What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be continuing the What If Civilization Started Over in Europe series, and I recorded World War I Part 1, like, the day after Thanksgiving, and I haven't posted it yet because I wanted to, or as of right now, I have it posted, but as of me talking right now, I haven't posted the first World War I video yet, but I didn't want to post the World War I video at the day after Thanksgiving and then have this one posted today just because I've been busy lately. If you guys did see my PlayStation Portal unboxing, thank you for watching that. But, yeah, I'm going to get back to the series because I like it. I've just been busy. So, yeah, let's just get straight into it. So, in last episode, we saw that Poland has been fully occupied besides the colonies. So, that's a good thing. Finland has made some pushes up here, and Ukraine is almost dead. So, as you can see, Prussia, the Baltic country, and Belarus have made some annexations, and there's going to be some things happening in this episode. And this will be the last part to the World War I, so there's going to be 2 episodes for World War I, but this will be the last, so it might be one of the longest videos, because there's going to be some stuff happening. So, yeah, let's just get straight into it. So, Prussia and Belarus go ahead and just pretty much finish out Ukraine, because they feel like it. Yeah, so Ukraine went bye-bye. Really, Ukraine is just kind of fled to, like, this country that they didn't even know existed, that, like, Turkish country, I guess. They just fled there for now. And some of the government fled to Poland's colonies, so. But by now, the Prussian alliance, which alliance? I already forgot. The Square Alliance has taken over all of mainland Europe. I mean, I guess this is technically mainland, but we're going to say this, in this series, this is mainland Europe, because that's, like, you know, whatever. So, we're going to see Denmark. They're going to be leaning towards the side of the Allies, which is the triangle. So, I'm just going to say the Allies is going to be the blue, and then the Square Alliance is going to be the red. But the Allies, they're going to lean towards the Allies secretly. Because if they directly join the war against the Square Alliance, they're going to be cooked by Prussia. Because, I mean, they're right here. So, they're going to try to do it secretly. And remember how Lithuania has this island right here? Well, they're going to discover Britain. Yes, Britain. So, they're going to discover a lot of this, and they see this as an opportunity, because if they can get more land, they'll be able to maybe have more of a chance against Prussia, and possibly, you know, get back get to their mainland later on. But Lithuania and Poland discover this, and they're immediately going to set up, and yes, I'm going to color it in green and blue for now, and then I'll make it blue after I do the borders. But Lithuania is going to take that island. They're going to take a lot of this area, and mainly the further northern areas of the British, like Scotland, I guess. And then Poland is going to go ahead and just take, what color is Poland, though, anyway? Is it, like, I think it's that one. It's fine if it's not the right, I haven't done this in a week or two, so. And Poland's pretty much just going to take the rest of this along Lithuania, and I'm going to go ahead and establish a border. This way I can make both of them, the colonies join the war. I believe I had it at 4 pixels, so we're going to do this, and then we could go ahead and color both of them in as they're on the side of the Allies. Boom. Alright, we got that. Oh, gotta do the island too. Alright, so we see some discovery of the British Isles. Or mainly just the Britain, Great Britain. None of Ireland yet. They'll find Ireland later, probably. But they found some of, Great Britain. So, yeah, and we're gonna see, Finland is going to, oh, not that. You want the brush. Okay, so we're gonna see Finland taking the city, and this is a major city for the for the Baltic country, because that's a pretty populated city, because it's got the Baltic Sea and whatever that is. This lake thing, I can't draw on it, but that lake, or maybe it's a big ocean, maybe it's like a sea or something, I don't know, but I'm just going to say it's a lake, and that's important for them, because it's a good source of things. So the Finnish keep pushing towards this major city, and Prussia's like, oh, heck nah, we gotta go help our buddies. So instead of Prussia going up and trying to invade them, they're gonna redirect their armies up here, or some of them at least, towards them. And that would kind of be a mistake later on, because Lithuania and Poland and Denmark and Finland are getting like stronger or somehow, but they're making a plan. Don't worry. We're gonna see some resistance in Ukraine form. So they're gonna be just a little group right here, and Prussia's gonna have to go down and not let this happen. So that's gonna be there for a second. They're not gonna be that powerful though. That's Ukrainian resistance, so they stand no chance against the Prussian army and it's mainly the Belarusians actually that are going down here to contain that. But we're actually going to see a little something happening. So Poland's like, yo, anti-Square Alliance Belarus, like the part of Belarus that supports the Allies, the group of people. We are going to fund you guys. This way maybe you can, kind of like, maybe, take over the government and like join our side. Because that would be really nice, because then you can help us liberate me and Ukraine, me being Poland. So, yeah, they're going to be like, sure. So, whoops. How do I get out of this? Oh, here we go. Okay, so we're just going to see that happening. And that'll be happening in the next few weeks of this war. As you can see, though, the Finnish have been getting super close to the city, and the supply lines are cut off right here. So, great gains for Finland. But we're going to see a lot more direct support from Lithuania and Poland going straight to Finland now, because, they're not fighting. Poland's not even on their mainland anymore. So they're focused mainly on trying to maybe land in Poland or Lithuania and support Finland as much as they can, because Finland is their only front right now that's directly in mainland Europe. So, yeah, they're going to try to overthrow Belarus, though, and see what could happen with that. But Prussia's forces actually do finally get here. After, 5 years, they get here. Totally not 5 years. But we're going to see a bit of an encirclement right here. There wasn't really many men there, because they knew that Prussia was coming. So they kind of fled. But there wasn't many men there. It was probably, 2,000 men, I would say. Which, I know that's a lot for this time period, but, there's a lot of men on the front lines. So that was probably 1,000 men. Yeah, 1,000 men. Let's say 1,000 men. Were encircled there. And they take back half that major city. And then the front lines are stalemated now. So Finland's actually going to, since Prussia is close to encircling them, though, Finland is actually going to retreat back this way, because they could possibly be encircled, and that's a lot of men over there. So they're going to retreat. They're going to retreat that way. So yeah, they're going to retreat that way, and we just see the front line stalemated. I don't know why that's there. It's fine. Don't worry about that. So, actually, we're going to see, and this is part of Lithuania, the Baltic countries are going to fully annex that island right there. They should have done that earlier, but they did not. And that little coup in Belarus I was talking about? Well, that was pretty successful, and pretty much the entire country right now is in Pookie Dukes mode. So this coup literally destroyed this country, Belarus, very bad. Actually, no, that doesn't look good. Hold on. We're gonna make that look a bit better. So they overthrew the capital, and there's a few other spots over here, small other areas. So Belarus literally just died. They went oof mode. So hate this thingy mobobber. It's because my threshold's too... Oh, never mind. I guess not. Hold on. I'm going to try to fix this real quick. So, why are we... Okay, I see. Because I put borders on the main layer because... Just for this war, so, you know. It would... But I just put them on for this just so I could, color in the countries and stuff for surrendering, and then I'll just delete them whenever the war's over. But now I should be able to... I don't know what happened to this, but okay. Fix it later, it doesn't matter. Nope, I'm fixing it now, some of it. Just some of the parts that I know. Okay. Now I should be able to color in Belarus. There we go. I can probably put the threshold up now a bit. Okay, so Belarus went bye-bye. They're cooked. Hold on, let me... and Prussia is, a little bit mad. Like, just a little bit. Because Belarus was a good ally for containing Ukraine, because there's a lot of Polish resistance, but there's a lot of Ukrainian resistance right now. I mean, when I say a lot, like, a lot. So, Belarus was good with containing those groups that were, you know, what should I say? That were going rogue, or, like, resistance. So, Prussia's a bit mad that Belarus just fell because of that reason. Hold on, let me... Yeah, I just ruined those borders. Hold on, let me fix them again. Just fixing the borders on the main layer, this way I can color in the countries and stuff like that. Because yeah. I just want them to... And the borders look a bit chunky right now because of that. But like I said, after the war is over, these borders will be gone on the main layer. It's just going to be the actual border layer that they'll be on now. But that should be good. Okay. So, we could see that the Belarusian army is still in Belarus, but there's still a lot in Ukraine. So actually, this entire group still gets overthrown, surprisingly. Like, they're gone. And the Belarusian armies immediately retreat after they suppress that group back to Belarus, and they do get back some of this land here. And yeah, we could see the groups joining the Allies right now, right here, right now. They're joining the Allies, these groups. And they're immediately going to try to connect to each other, which they're going to actually be very successful. So we're going to see another front starting, kind of. But Prussia, Baltic countries, like, hey, we can hold up here. And they actually do very successful with that. So Baltic country is like, hey, we can get Finland up here if you just make sure you have a few, just a little bit of your army up here, and we can handle them. If you go handle Belarus, because Baltic country, yes, they may be powerful, but they also have this Belarusian country that's ready to attack them as soon as they get to the border, or not the border, the border. Yeah, sorry, my talking is trash. But yeah, as soon as they get to the border, they're gonna try to attack them. So Prussia's like, all right, bet. So, we're gonna see, all of Belarus, like, we're gonna see, pretty much all of Belarus getting taken by this country, and, and by now, the whole country just joined the Allies because, yeah, that makes sense, but they just joined the Allies because, well, they're getting cooked right now, you know, so what else is there to do? So they joined the Allies. Prussia is being Prussia right now, and they're about to kick some booty. So, a massive, Ukrainian front has started here, and a massive front here started until Prussia comes in, and they're like, go away. So they casually sprint into Belarus. Belarus is getting cooked right now. Ukrainian resistance has kind of stopped because they don't have any more supplies. Although Poland is trying to supply them, I guess, through their colonies. The actual Ukrainian government is trying to supply them. And yeah, this Belarusian country that's like on the side of the Allies is kind of crumbling right now, and the capital just got taken. And we just we see something very interesting happening. All right, so whenever Prussia is attacking Belarus, they're like, hey, you know what? Also, Baltic country attacks too, because they're like, send some of their armies down, and they're like, yep, we could snag some of that land. Because Belarus technically didn't betray them, but like the rest of the Belarusians that were supposed to be fighting this allied Belarus just joined the Allies. So they're going to say that, they're going to consider that a betrayal. But they're like, you know what? We're feeling very powerful right now, and yeah, Poland might still exist right now, and they might still be fighting us, but we're going to do something very, very, very stupid. And we're just going to try to take over all of it. And you know what they're going to do? You know what they're going to do? I'm assuming you know. They're going to attack Russia. All of Russia. They're even going to attack the people that they supported. They want to take over all of this. Every single bit of it. So, as you know, Baltic country already has some of their army in Russia. So does this country. But we're going to see a massive push into Russia. Like, even the rebellion part of Russia didn't expect this. Because, well, as you know, the rebellion was being supported by Prussia, so but Russia's immediately cut off at the sea and just getting obliterated down here, because I mean, this is insane what Prussia just has done, and they immediately take this country. So this country is going to be forced to surrendering. They're just going to be, never mind, I'm not even going to do that. They're just going to get fully occupied pretty much. But by now the Russians are like, you know what, let's end this civil war for a minute, and let's actually work together to, like, get these Germans out of here, because, well, as you know, they are literally taking over the country, so let's work together and get these Germans out, and then we can continue whatever we were doing. So, the Russians are going to stabilize the front, and Prussia, or Germany, whatever you want to call it, I forget, Baltic country was up here too, so they're actually going to, I need to pick this has to be longer or bigger. Okay, so they're actually going to have the front up here too. But they're like, you know what? Let's you know, Prussia's like, we're gonna regroup. But Russia's like, yeah. So we're gonna stabilize this front. And let's see what we can do. The Baltic country does not slow down though. I guess they didn't really know the Baltic country was coming into their country. But the Baltic country somehow is going faster than Prussia at the moment, but we're not going to worry about that. Yeah, so we're going to see definitely advancement in Russia. This country, the remaining armies of whatever that country is still, this country right here, is still holding on somehow. We see some advancements. We're going to see an encirclement here, which is very small, so they're going to take that out. And we're going to see one here, which those Russians are going to fight for their lives inside of there. We're going to see this country being fully occupied, because, well, they're getting cooked. Okay, that is encirclement. That gets oofed. So we see quite a few encirclements. The Baltic country starts to get close to Prussia, but as you can see, that there's a lot of bad things happening. So by now that Russia has joined the war, Russia's a powerful country altogether. Like whenever they're not fighting a civil war with other countries, because remember, the rebellion is not all one country trying to split apart like and make another country. It's a bunch of different countries just working together just to break away from Russia, but they're gonna all fight together for now. Like, they're gonna not worry about the rebellions and stuff. They're gonna fight United Russian Front, and they're gonna actually fight like the people, the Germans all together and stuff. So as you can see, Germany because I'm just gonna say Germany. I mean, the Baltic countries done a lot too, but Germany has done most of the work, I would say. So, you know, Germany has taken over a lot of land, if you look at it. So is Baltic country. Baltic country has taken over, of course, all of this land, some of northern Belarus and stuff. But, yeah, so we're going to see some... Finland's going to launch a massive offensive. Like, when I say massive, I mean literally insanely massive. And they are going to, spearhead down to... And Baltic country, well, they were not expecting that. And Finland spearheaded all the way down to this city right here, which is insane because, well, that's just insane. And so there's some conflict happening. Cannot talk. In the Baltic country now. Lithuania is getting prepared for their big moment. That's what they're gonna call it because they're cool. But Lithuania lands on this island here, takes back their island, and then they land. Actually, no, not right there, but they land right here. I'm actually gonna make that smaller, but they land on the beaches of Latvia, the Latvian country. If you guys go watch episode 1 and the beginning of the series, I literally have. Unless you guys are rewatching it, I think episode 5 or something has like 180 views and the other ones only have like 150. So that's telling me that some people are skipping. They're not supposed to be. Like, you guys gotta actually watch it to understand why I say Latvia, because there used to be a Latvian and a Lithuanian country. So go watch those, please. Like, I'm begging you, because you guys need to understand. So they're gonna, the Lithuanian landing people are gonna take back their one of the major cities. Latvian resistance, and yes, Latvian, like, they have not been around for a while, but they're finally gonna rise up. And the Baltic country by now is, falling apart. They keep their front in Russia, because Prussia is like, hey, you know what, we're going to, real quick, connect our fronts with you. This way we can kind of supply this front with soldiers, because we know that you're kind of getting oofed. And the Baltic country's like, we don't care about our front, just help us with our main country, because that's what we want right now. So, we're going to see the Lithuanians and the Latvians meeting up. Another landing happens here, and pretty much all of Estonia is liberated. And the Baltic country is falling apart. So Lithuania, Polish, Lithuanian, and just all the allied soldiers, even some of Denmark's soldiers, and yes, they're not joining the war yet, but they're sending men. And Prussia doesn't know that, but they're sending men. So all of the allied troops, besides Finland, because most of Finland's army is on the actual front, but pretty much all of Latvia and Estonia, besides like this area right here, just got liberated. So that's very nice. But we're gonna see some other landings happening in a second. But Lithuanian troops take back that city, and we're gonna see this entire piece that's been liberated join the Allies. Right there. There we go. Boom. All right. And since we're going to consider this mainland that Lithuania is liberating, we're going to color it in blue. Like dark blue of the Allies. So, yeah, so as you can see, the Baltic country just died, pretty much. I mean, they're split in two now. Lithuania has taken the Baltic country's capital, and if you watched the episodes where the Green Lithuania actually existed, you would know that their capital was right here. So they didn't take back their actual capital yet, but taking back the Baltic's capital has weakened the Baltic country a lot. So, but the Baltic country says they're never going to surrender. So yeah, and we're just going to see this happening and that happening. Some of Belarus getting liberated. And actually, no, that's not going to be, because we're not going to consider the Belarusians, even though the ones that join the Allies, they're still technically the bad guys. So yeah, but so Baltic country pretty much just died. I mean, the Baltic, actually, I'm gonna keep some of this land right here, under Red control, because a lot of the Baltic army is there, because, you know, they're fighting in Russia, which they've kind of retreated, like, a lot of their armies, because they are, trying to fight. Prussia holds this part of the front, but they retreated a lot of their armies to go back that way. And we're gonna see this army go down here, and we're gonna see our first push into Poland, because yeah, why not? And Prussia, that's not supposed to be dark blue because Prussia is not. So we see our first push into Prussia, which Prussia immediately sends armies to here. And they were already not really prepared for this, but they already knew this was going to happen. So they're immediately going to go down here and take some of those cities. But Prussia, like I said, sending armies very quickly. And this causes, because now that they're trying to defend their mainland, this causes some retreat from Russia. Surprisingly, I'm actually going to color some of this thing in right here. So they're actually going to retreat from Russia just a bit and send some of their armies back home to their mainland. But they're still going to try to hold the front in Russia, because if they could take out Russia, which Russia at the moment, I mean, they're powerful, but, you know, not as powerful because they were just in a civil war, which they still are, but they're the few countries that were the civil war thing, whatever, are working together at the moment just to try to get the Germans out. But if they can get Russia out of this war, they can focus more on this thing that's happening right now in the Baltic country. They could focus more on that. And it would, like I said, whenever they attack Russia, big mistake, because with Poland, like, this all fell into plan for Poland and Lithuania, because if Prussia didn't attack Russia, or Germany didn't attack Russia, I don't think they would have been able to land, because, well, Germany's armies wouldn't be in Russia right now, and the Baltic army. So, but that just gave them an opportunity to be able to land. But they're gonna liberate almost the rest of Lithuania and get the original Lithuanian capital back. Go watch the first episode if you haven't, and just all the episodes that were before this if you haven't, please. Not because I need the watch hours, totally not, but I'm, like, literally just saying, because, yes, I need the watch hours and the views and stuff, but I would like you to, it's windy outside right now, I would like you to watch those videos, because you would understand this more if you watch them, please, so just go watch them. And we're gonna see, Poland attempting to land in Prussia, which actually was kind of successful, but, like, they didn't get pushed off the beaches, like, they're still there, but a lot of Polish people, like, men have just died. Actually, hold on, why is this not blue? This should be dark blue, because this is part of Poland, but that's not. So they were able to land, and actually, the one that actually landed directly in Poland was pretty successful, but the one that landed in Prussia was successful, but the one that landed directly in Poland was not as successful. So, but this one did pretty good. And by now, Prussia's mainland, and yes, this is Prussia's mainland, technically. Well, not really. This is Prussia's mainland, but if you think about it, if you watched the first episode, you would know that this is where Prussia originated. So, but a lot of this original Prussian land has been taken over. And we see some resistance around Poland now that, you know, as you know, Poland is starting to get liberated, so Poland's like, yes, let's act, or the Polish resistance, finally. Some of Ukraine resistance has actually formed now, and even by the capital have formed. And we see major Russian pushback now, back into, we're gonna see a lot of they're gonna be liberating a lot of their land now. So, we're going to see the Russians come into this country, even though it's not even theirs. They're just going to try their best and just get as much land back as they can, even though not all of it's theirs. Baltic country, bye-bye. They're pretty much gone now. I don't know how they're still existing, but they are. And we see the first Russian armies start to enter Ukraine, to help out Ukraine, with liberating Ukraine. So they're going to try to do that. And they're not going to worry about Belarus. They don't want Belarus. I mean, they're going to, after they liberate all their lands, they're going to go into Belarus. But Belarus is a bad guy, so they're not going to worry about that, really. But they're going to go down here, liberate some more Ukraine, and they're going to fully liberate all of that country. And Russia's like, you know what? To this country right here, they're like, you know what? If you, like, just, surrender over to us, and we're not going to harm your people, but we are going to fully annex you. And this country's like, you know what? Okay, we will let you take us over, just don't hurt our people. So Russia is going to send their army in, even though they're not killing anybody or anything, besides some of the resistance, but they're just going to fully take over that country. Not in a harmful way, though. They're just sending their armies so they can take over the country that, whatever. You know what I just said. So, Polish resistance connects up, and they start going towards Warsaw, which they are actually stopped. But they do get super close to connecting with the actual armies. And as you can see, this is not going good for Germany or Prussia, whatever you want to call it. And at the beginning of the war, they were doing pretty good, but they made some mistakes because they attacked Russia, and they shouldn't have done that. So, if they didn't do that, they probably could have won, because they were actually going to end up landing in the colonies, Polish and Lithuanian colonies. And we see a surprising country joining the war, which is actually not too surprising, because I did say that Denmark would probably join the war on the side of the Allies. If they did, it would be on the side of the Allies. So, you know what they just did? They just opened a new front. And there was actually a lot of Polish and Lithuanian troops stationed here, mainly Polish, stationed here to go straight into Germany. So, this happens. And, you could see a lot more of this country this part of Prussia getting liberated. And, this East Prussian exclave has been pretty much, taken over. More of Poland, this Polish army finally actually makes a push into Poland, towards Warsaw. That's where they're going. They connect with the main army, and the main army does connect with the resistance and liberate Warsaw. So that is very good, because now Poland can actually operate correctly. And we're going to see Russia and Ukrainian resistance. So Russian army and Ukrainian resistance meeting up and pretty much liberating some of the main parts of Ukraine. The capital resistance. They liberate very southern Poland down here, and the Polish resistance comes up through here and unites with that one, or not unites, just connects with that one. And we could see that Prussia's whole army right here just got cut off, very quickly. So, this country, bye-bye. Baltic country, I don't know how they're still standing, but they are. Somehow, some way they are, but now they're not. So, by now it's just that Benelux country and and Germany. And as you know, right now, Germany is losing, very badly, because their army just got cut off again. Now they're split into, 3 pieces? Yep, three different pieces. Oh, I forgot about this part, too. That's Baltic country, though. That's not German, really. There's some German soldiers there, but not much. So, a lot of the German effort, the German army in Ukraine, kind of just went bye-bye, for the most part. Really, there's not much of them left in Ukraine, even though a lot of it's still Germans. There's still a lot of German occupation, but since there's not many Germans left here. Ukraine gets quickly liberated. There's still some German activity down here, though, down by the coastline, because this is where a lot of them were trying to flee, but that doesn't work. Some of them do, but it doesn't really work out too well. So as some of them are trying to flee, they just get shot at, some of their ships just get, blown up by the other ships, because they can't really get through there. So, bye-bye, German army in Ukraine, besides this northern area. We see some Polish pushing this way, and into this Polish major city, which had been annexed by Germany. And we can see pretty much Germany by now is, they're gonna die. Who's gonna win this war? What does it look like? Does it look like Germany's still gonna win this war? Yes, no, I'm just kidding. They're not gonna, how would they win this? They're literally getting oofed. So, we see, hold on. We see another landing, that being in Benelux. And this Beneluxian country, Danish, or not Danish, Dutch country, or Belgian, whatever you want to call it, just Beneluxian country, pretty much just, fell quickly. They didn't really care much towards this war, mainly. They were just, the main reason they joined, the Square Alliance, was because they knew if they joined the Triangle Alliance, or any alliance, that Prussia would probably attack them, which they didn't attack France. But, so Prussia is, getting oofed. So we're going to see the first major pushes from Poland into Prussia right here and down here. And, as you could tell, the German effort has kind of shifted now towards protecting this area, mainly this bubble here, a lot of their industrial area, and some of their coastline down here that they have, because pretty much all their coastline up here is bye-bye. Belarus, liberation. They just got liberated pretty much by now. I'm just gonna color them in real quick. Don't mind if this kind of looks sloppy, but I'm just trying to get this video done, because it's probably about, 40 minutes long. So, which I could probably check, but I don't want to right now. But yeah, it's about probably 30 to 40 minutes long, and that's a long video, but that's what happens whenever you're doing World War I. You gotta explain it a lot. There's a lot of action going on. So the rest of Poland gets liberated here, besides by Prussia, of course. But yes, it just got liberated, so. Poland is back. Lithuania is back. Russia is Russia. And Germany is Prussia again, because Germany's about to, get a lot smaller. And, you could probably tell that. So, Germany states that they will probably surrender if their capital gets taken. They're not going to surrender until their capital gets taken, so, Poland's going to keep pushing there. Lithuanian soldiers are going to push this way, and yes, this is Lithuanian, mainly. And Danish, actually, too. Danish and Lithuanian on the, western part, and Polish and Lithuanian on the, eastern. So, Denmark is not really helping out on the eastern front, though. So, and not many, but some Russian soldiers are coming in from Russia to help, but not many. Because Russia is preparing for their civil war again. Not to mention, they're like, no, we're not sending any of our men that way, because we're just about to start fighting again. So, Germany's capital encircled very quickly. This German port right here cut off very quickly. This German major city taken very quickly. This German port just died. And we see pretty much they took Germany's capital, or Prussia, whatever. And we see the major push happening down south. And Germany officially surrenders. And yes, the Allies have won. Don't mind that. Those red parts still. We're not going to talk about that, alright? So, as you know, the Allies just won World War I, and what's gonna happen now? Peace treaty, sort of. So, a lot of things happen. So, we're just gonna take a look at this peace treaty real quick. I would like to pretty much all the borders are gone, so I'm not even gonna worry about that because I colored over a lot of them. So yeah, I'm just gonna start drawing out these borders, and I'll just be back. I'll be right back. All right. So in this peace treaty, we can see that Russia's still blue because there's still civil war, and I'm gonna make this peace treaty short because this screen recording I just realized is an hour long, and that's a long time, and it won't be this long after editing, but it'll be a long time. So, because I spent a lot of probably about 20 minutes just coloring in all these borders, and I might not have even done all of them. I don't know. So, as you can see, there's still some blue countries because there's occupation zones and stuff like those. That's what that is right now. Russia's still blue because they're in a civil war. Don't mind that I accidentally just dropped my device. So they're still in a civil war, so we're gonna keep them blue. Lithuania is back, as you can see. Ukraine has gained some land up here, and as you might be able to tell. Actually, I did forget to delete some capitals. Hold on. Major cities, capitals, we want that. Okay, hold on. I'm doing some editing still. Remember, guys, I said it might not be done. Okay, so Lithuania did move their capital to, hold on, let me put it to 6 pixels. Lithuania moved their capital to there. I do not know why that's a big dot. Hold on. There we go. Okay, Lithuania moved their capital to there, their original capital. If you know, that's where their capital used to be. Let me erase that capital. Russia did annex some countries, as you can see. I'm just making sure I erased all the capitals. Okay, I did. Okay, so, yeah, as you can see, Russia annexed this country over here, because that country agreed to it, I guess, or I don't know. But, we're not going to talk about that. So, they annexed this country because they said they would. And Poland, as you can see, has gotten noticeably bigger. Prussia got to keep this because that used to be, their original thing. And Prussia still exists, but, they're very not, they're oofed. So, as you can see, there will be at least 3 more countries forming right here. And this Benelux country, nothing happened to that, just occupation. Denmark has noticeably expanded down here, as you can see. The Prussian colony up here got split between Denmark and Poland. And, yeah, that's really all the peace treaty is. There's not much to it. Oh, yeah, Lithuania gained a bit up here. And what I was saying before, this piece of land that Poland used to own, because, if you knew what happened, when Lithuania got into that civil war, Poland was like, you know what, we're going to take this land, not in aggression, we're going to take this land to save some of these Lithuanians from this dictatorship that formed, so they gave that land back, because they said they would whenever Lithuania got liberated, so they gave the land back, and yeah. Oh, also Finland expanded up here, and you may know that Lithuania technically owned that land, the dictatorship one, so, but Lithuania's like, you know what, that wasn't really originally our land anyway, so you could have some, because you did play a big part of this war. So Finland's like, yes sir. Oh, one more thing, if you remember, there used to be a Latvian country, and the Latvian country's like, you know what, we're gonna stay with Lithuania, because why not? Because I don't remember the borders, so that's why. But yeah, in next episode, we're going to see some of these occupation zones become countries. We're going to see some more conflicts, because there's some stuff that happens after this war, like the Russian Civil War, and maybe just a few other things, but, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you're still watching till here, because it's probably a long video, but if you're still watching till here, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.